Hello, my lords and ladies. Good to see you all, for all that are here. I am Joe. Welcome back to another Shadowbringers playthrough. Getting through the retrospective. Hopefully the final part of the first part of the retrospective will be completed today. We will get through Shadowbringers 5.0 and hopefully move on to 5.1 as I have been dying to get to. But you know, that's the price you pay when you level multiple characters. Because I'm crazy. I'm a role player. I like to have more than one. I like to raid with them all. That's how mad I am. Anyway, let's turn on the music and we're going to begin the stream how we always begin it, with a little bit of gamba. We're going to go to the Gold Saucer. Hey Fur, good to see you. Yes, hopefully we'll see. We got one more role quest. We haven't got to Amarat yet. So, at least the tank role quest is one of the least painful of them all. Let me guess. Cliffhanger! Ooh, cliffhanger! Let's go! I assumed it was Air Force One. Let's go. All speed, no brakes. Oh, bro, I did a little bit of brake there. Is this the fat chocobo? Nope. So it won't take me too long. It's the old chocobo. Easy 3K, let's go. I hope everybody's week is going well. We got a hump day as it is. I swear, I was so tired yesterday. I had to wake up early to make the gym. Did not have a really good gym session, but you know, sometimes that's just the way it goes. Ascension Fallen Ace. Yeah, the final one is just called Amarat. That's why I keep saying, like, I don't know if we're gonna get to Amarat when I mean the dungeon instead of the actual, like, location. Yeah, you think it would call it the final days or something, or the final day. Okay, wait, let's check our luck. Let's see how our luck is doing. Try to keep focus here. Okay, 2, 3, 7, yeah. 2 again. 7, 5, 1. Oh. Three, 5, 4. Ah, they're all duds. They're all dud tickets. Well, might as well check my luck with material containers. Come on, mount. Find a Pataru. Toss that. Sete. Is that like it's supposed to be like a savory mount? I mean minion. Guido ironically does not come from Hell's Lid Dungeon. And the wind up belly. Boo. Finally getting almost done with some of these Deltascape things. That's where I get the material, the seals for the material coffers. Okay, I'm guessing there's no one else queuing, because usually it would queue by now if there were. Which means it should queue right about now. Called it. I'm going that. Going that. Xenos. King Thordan the 7th or Omega? What do they recommend? Alright, I will go with Xenos. Actually, they recommended it. Wait. This is Fallen Ace. Okay, that's fine. That's actually what I want to. And this doesn't. This will turn into aces. I'll do it anyway. Don't really like the fact that Xenos turns. His sides turn into aces afterwards. It leaves them kind of exposed. But we will see. Well, let's test out and see if he has any ones. There's nothing really else to do. Hey, watch this. No. Oh man. Gotcha. Oh, you dummy, dumb. Oh, it's because he's already ascended. Now I'm the dummy, dumb. Amon the Undying. Amon? From the Crystal Tower? What's he doing here? Is this, or is he hiding away in that tower still? Ooh, that would be a twist. I didn't see him in the Twining. Is there another dungeon where we go into like the upper floors of the tower in the first? I'm rubbing my chin. Always triple triad. You gotta, open tournament. Biggest spoiler spot. Because, I mean, you don't get his card from the Crystal Tower. You get, Zonde. Isn't it funny that the Oracle Light isn't a Scion? Oh, you lucky bastard. I do not have a 1 going that way. Now I gotta remember, these 1s no longer work. Wallafels comboed each other. Aha. I still win. I still win. Man, come on. Comes back? Or maybe it's like some time-wimey fight him back in the past? No, it's the Undying, though. I mean, he is immortal, right? He's the one who unlocked immortality. He was the guy. Wonder if how much Emet-Selch was whispering into his ear about that. I like to think that he was less a smart guy that did it on his own, but... I mean, he's the guy who made Zonde immortal. He resurrected Zonde. Kind of a big deal. Okay, well... Come on. None of you have it, huh? Are you mocking me? Do I take? No, watch this. Watch this. Oh wait, it won't work. Never mind. I keep thinking that I'm gonna be able to hit him with the fallen ace, but Tataro's 1s become 2s and 3s. I think that's a tournament for me, folks. We're doing pretty good these days. Yeah, the Tataro would work if played first. It would. They don't ascend until after you put them down. So you can do a fallen ace, and then it'll become a 2. Nice. Well, now I'm gonna try to forget about Amon for a little bit. with that freaking reveal, and wondering what he has to do, if he's hiding away on the first right now because the crystal tower got moved and he is immortal. Maybe we didn't actually kill him. I mean, when you really read about Amon's path, he's really a big deal. I mean, he's the one who resurrected, like, you think like the Allegan Empire was always on top? No, man, it was waning. It was waning and falling apart, and then Amon was like, screw this, bring back the Emperor. I'm gonna resurrect him. And he resurrects Zonde, and Zonde's like, let's conquer the world and also make pacts with darkness, and also I died and now I have existential dread about it, so I'd rather just destroy everything. Let everything be sacrificed to the void. Out of darkness, let's make a pact. It's one of my big questions, you know. Who, like, out of all the Alliance raids, who is the bigger threat? Now, I've only done 3. Hopefully that'll change soon. But it's like, is Cloud of Darkness a bigger threat than Diabolos? Or is Ultima a bigger threat than they are? It makes me rub my chin. It's like, who's the bigger threat in the raids? Is Bahamut a bigger threat than Alexander was? What was Stormblood? Was Omega a bigger threat? Well, Omega obviously stronger than Bahamut, but bigger threat, question mark. Like, Bahamut's just a pissed off dude that wanted to destroy everything, right? Omega just is like, I could destroy everything, but I just want to fight. I just want to go home. Once I'm the strongest, I'll go home. So is he really, it's like, you could think about different threat levels. Like, power-wise, Omega obviously beats Bahamut. I mean, why do I say obviously? Who do you think defeated Bahamut in the first place? It was Omega. So, Omega triumphs Bahamut. But who's a bigger threat? If Bahamut got fully put back together, like, do you think that would have been more destructive? And what about like Alexander? I don't think Alexander was too much of a threat, because Alexander, even though he was kind of a machine being controlled, there was that innate goodness inside of him that came from that dude being sucked up into him and kind of became part of Alexander. So Alexander was kind of working on our side the whole time. Yeah, Alexander can time travel, but I feel like there's like a little bit of benevolence in Alexander. And it's funny that Alexander's biggest threat, at least the way they were building it up, was just the amount of aether he needed to use to function. That, like, just if Alexander actually got fully mobile, he would have just turned the world into a giant wasteland just by being around. But it'd be funny with time travel, though. It just keeps going back in time to where the land was fertile. It just becomes a time calamity, going backwards, absorbing aether throughout time to keep himself functioning. That could be really bad. Like the threat that Alexander could have posed would be huge, but he had that dude inside of him that was kind of like kind of subtly helping you out. And also, once you killed, what's his name? Allthinks? What was the leader of the Illuminati? No, it's not Quick Fix. Allthinks, I think his name was. Like, once you defeat him, and if you keep the little Gobbo girl away from the chair, like, Alexander can't be piloted. He can only be piloted by very specific people. Which is weird. What a design flaw. Anyway, let's get to the last role quest. That's the kind of stuff I like to think about. I'm wondering who the final villain of Eden's going to be, because it certainly isn't Eden, is it? Maybe Eden comes back. But I swear it feels like you fight the end boss in the first fight. I'm like, how many primals am I going to go through? Am I going to do, well, they're all elementals. So I'm like, I don't think I'll fight Ravana again, because he's not really associated with an elemental. But Susanoo's like water and lightning. But we already got water, so we don't need lightning. We're good. Lightning's obviously going to be removed, so I don't know. This really has me scratching my head. Alright, so let's go. To have loved and lost, so is eager to see what Renson has to say. Quick thinks, all thoughts. Yeah, all thoughts, that's right. Quick thinks, oh, did I say all thinks? Quick thinks, all thoughts. Grandson, I have given you ample time to consider the path that had brought you here, and where it inevitably leads all who walk it. I didn't know what I had to do after I lost Melinda, how to mourn her, how to live. I felt that if I put it all on Daikosne, put my everything into the hunt, that at least I would have to think about myself or what comes next. I wanted to hollow myself out, to fill that hole with hate, forget who I was. And irony of ironies, that's just what the poor bastard tried to do to himself a century ago too, isn't it? Heh, hard men, making hard choices. What rot. I want to say that in Tadaleji Adaleji's voice, like, what rot! I don't know why, but when Tadaleji Adaleji said that, I guess it might be the smirk on his face when he says it. He goes, what rot, when Roban accuses him of killing Not a mo. Though I must admit, she was a most unwilling puppet. I dare say she would have thanked to have cut her strings or something like that, right? To hold on to Melinda and the memories you shared, let that love guide you. Think not of Dark's name, but Brennan, give him peace, as you would find your own. I'll say, let love triumph. Nerd. You're right. I don't need hate. Never did. I'll finish it for Melinda. And for Brennan. And then, I'll move on. Move on, you say? I can't live off hate. Shouldn't have made it this far, frankly. The more I try to reach for it, the more I find sorrow. Pity? Curse not fate, but mourn her victims. Remember the dead as they live. Jeez, that hits differently now, doesn't it? That hits a bit different now, ain't it? Remember how they once lived. Oh, this is the overlay still up? Oh my god, I am tired. Thank you for stream starting now, officially started. Let's go. Thank you, Joe. Sorry about that. Thank you, Joe. God, I am tired. I had to wake up extra early today. And I was dead tired yesterday and didn't get enough sleep, so it's compounding. It's compounding the sleeplessness. Aye, something like that. Reckon Joe would agree, and Melinda, if she were here, would probably slap me a dozen times and call me a bloody fool for acting the way I have. I think you're being way too hard on yourself, Branson. I think you're being way too hard on yourself. We're trying to kill a cardinal virtue for vengeance. You have the right to hate him. No, don't. You can hate Dicosne while not hating Brennan. Or maybe you've been thinking about that in her stead, eh? Yeah, I want to beat you up. I was thinking about slapping you, Branson. You stupid guy, you. Why are you so angry that your wife was murdered before your very eyes? What's wrong with you? You can't get us be so bent out of shape just because the love of your life was killed right in front of you by a sin eater that's obsessed with the royal jewelry because of his previous life. Apologies for treating you with such disrespect. Oh wait, that's not Sewell. Apologies for treating you with such disrespect, Sewell. I'd like to claim I finally understand what you've been trying to tell me all this time, but I'm still getting my head around it. Recognizing your faults is the first and most important step. I will tell you what I know of the claws of Orthus. The ring, together with the bracelet and choker, were 3 relics passed down through the royal family over generations, signifying their owner's right to rule. By the way, I'd read a little lore about one of the marks here, like O Porus Pauline, which is kind of the same thing as Poison Tongue. Man, that's a bit dark. Did you know that the princess had a younger sister? Did you know that she sided with the mage who betrayed them? And then the mage decided, even though the princess was sided with him, to turn her into a monster. And in her last moments of consciousness, in a cage, wrote about it and apologized and wants the same fate that her sister got, which is of course death. So she's just praying for death. Bit dark. Signifying the owner's right to rule. Princess Saldia. Yeah, it's like Paulina, Paulina, was the last of her line, and after her death, there were stored in a sanctuary for safekeeping. However, a year ago, a band of thieves learned of its existence. The ones who stole the fangs and eyes of Orthus. Yes, the relics were concealed with magic wards. I can only presume that once they were spirited away, Dikosne was able to sense their presence. Even in death, a slave to duty, you said. I think he pursued the thieves out of an instinctive loyalty to his princess. That I do. After all, he was content to leave them be so long as they remained hidden. Only 2 of the 3 were taken, and the 3rd is still... Claim the claws of Orthus, and he will surely come for you, yes. Time, Gaius, is where you must go. Once you arrive at the place I marked on your map, cast this powder into the air. The glamour will fade, and you will see the chest with the ring. The rest is up to you. Thank you, Tuol. I promise we will bring your friend peace. With me, sinner. I want that crystal. And may you find peace as well, child. Closer to teleport to Linden Ron, I think. Quite like the daytime theme for Ilmig. Very chill. This should be the place. Got about it right. Toss powder into the air and it slowly seeps into the earth as twinkling motes of light. A coffer begins to take shape. Yeah, put all the row of jewels with some compass and some bottles of stuff and a map. This must be the claws of Orthus. All that's left is to decide when and where we want to confront the Eater. Ooh. Take a few steps. Dude was waiting. I don't think you get to decide when the Eater... Or we can deal with it here and now. Speak of the devil and he shall appear. One of my favorite idioms. Hey there, old man. I don't know you and you don't know me. But I know your story. And I know this isn't you. And I know that if Lady Saldia was here, she'd say the same thing. It'll be over soon. I promise you. I gotta wonder, does Ransom actually use any Dark Knight abilities, or does he just carry a greatsword? His Dark Knights are pretty powerful. Breaking the limits. Let's go. Put him out of his misery. Gotta love that sound. It's so much cooler than Fill Cleave. I'm sorry, I don't know why everybody likes Fill Cleave so much more than what is it, Inner Release or something? Branderson. Am I supposed to do something with that? I just used Dark Knight's shell. Dark Mind. No, that's not Dark Mind. I forget what it's called. What? My Tempest fell off. Son of a bitch. Going out of the limit. Where are you going? Oh, I went there first, you jerk. Better do this first. Nope. Oof. What did I say about this being easier? Go. Warriors never die! That was pretty close. Messing up those mechanics. Shit. Oh. Let me see if I can target Ransom here. And give him a little bit of that. There we go. Now I'll heal you. Okay, first this, then the orbs, then the tower. That's very misleading. I was like, wait a minute, didn't the... Let me help lead you. Gotcha. A little tough call, close calls there for a moment, but nothing I can't handle. Warriors never die. Damn eater. Let him go. He's not your bloody puppet. Excuse me. Finally. You watching, Melinda? And ever after, my lady Saldia, sword is yours to command. Brandon? Still in there? I'll not hesitate again, no matter the cost, no matter the sacrifice. Wait, is he trapped in the memory still? You're wrong, Brandon. It's not what she would have want. Let go of your anger. Let go of her. But that would make me lesser in your eyes, wouldn't it? To shoulder a burden that need not be mine. No. I will not forsake compassion and love. I will not dishonor your memory. Oh, my lady Saldia. He's gone. We're rich! Rich, I tells yous! And with that, the three treasures of the royal family are reunited. Now we've just got to go and find a place to stick them so that no scavenger ever stumbles upon them again. Like in the hefty collectors. behind a collector's glass cabinet, I'm sure he'll pay us handsomely for them. It's like there's no more royal family, yeah? Maybe we could find somebody who would actually want them, but it's like, no, let's just bury them. It's like, but what purpose does that serve? We just gotta make sure no one can ever find them again. It's like, okay, so, why don't we just destroy them then? Why don't we just burn them? Why don't we melt them down and sell the gold they're made out of, if that's the goal? Why don't you give them the Su'Al? Give them the Su'Al! Then you say, hey, you like the royal family? Here, you hold on to these and, you know, whatever. Meh, meh, meh. Least we can do for the princess and her knight, am I right? They're both dead. This country is dead. Let's put them in a museum. Let's sell them. What are you talking about? We'll sell them to a museum. We'll find a proper person who would respect them. But you know, there's no more royal family. These things have been relinquished. Finders keepers. Maybe Sue will have some ideas. Let's head back to Pla Eni. Yeah, okay. Give it to the dog man. let's get a new minion out. As much as I like the Galley Cat. Or the Gale Cat. Ah, the Baby Bun. Classic. And where we're going, I'm sure they'd be really interested in this guy. You're home, Baby Bun. Look at all these mushroom houses. Of course, the Baby Bun would probably look at this and go, oh my god, what have they done? They hauled them out and living inside them. Ooh, what a curious little creature. You think we could hollow him out and live inside him? No, my Baby Bun. Is it done? Brandon has been laid to rest. He saw us when we arrived. Do you really have to ask? No, I suppose not. Oh, my dear friend, I pray you have found peace. And what of you, grandson? Has the turmoil in your heart subsided at last? I suppose so. Though to be honest, I felt like I made my peace with him before we even fought. Because you finally saw him for what he was and accepted that truth into your heart. The battle was but an afterthought. Easy for you to say. You didn't have to cross blades with the bloke. By the way, brought you some gifts. The 3 royal relics of Voidbird. Then Brandon was safeguarding both the bracelet and the choker. Now it's your turn to look after the whole lot. That's what Lady Soldia and her knight would have wanted, I reckon. Yes, of course. They will fetch a good price in the market. I mean, that their souls may sleep soundly forevermore. We shall enshrine these relics for all eternity. Now that that's settled, I suppose we should be on our way. There's a detour I'd like to take, but afterwards I'd like to speak with you back at the usual spot in the Crystarium. Dude, we have not been to the Crystarium in a very long time to call it the usual spot. It's like, I met you in Wright and in Mortsuk and then here twice. For like, we've met in the Crystarium like twice at most. I've met you in the Crystarium as much as I've met you here. You ain't slew Rick. Now, the only person you meet at the Crystarium at the usual spot is Gyat. It's actually different when Gyat goes back to Tamara. Be well, Sewol. Because you can't find Gyat away from that bar. I think that one has a bright life ahead of him. You can find the strength to overcome such tragedy, but he did. As have you on no few occasions, I'm sure. It's been a pleasure, Joe. Do visit me should you ever yearn to hear an old fool prattle on and on. Sure thing. And I never visited him again. Well met, Sinner. Glad to see you made it back safe and sound. Having returned to where it all began, I can't help but think back when I first came here, thinking only of Daikosne and my revenge. I was so wrapped up in my own personal affairs that I didn't realize I was only pushing others away. Gilnerd was the only one who saw through my facade. He's a perceptive one eye. Took one look at me when I got back and broke into a smile. But enough about him. I have yet to thank you properly, Joe. I owe you so much for sticking with me to the end. So what's next for you, Cinna? Good question. Can't say I feel at home here or in Wright or anywhere else, so I might spend some time on the road. I may not be as skilled a fighter as you, but I reckon I'm better than most. And there's always someone in need of a reliable sword in hand. Melinda would want me to use my talents for a noble purpose, and helping folks in need fits the bill. Hells, isn't that what Brandon and his comrades wound up doing in the end? So, let's not call it a goodbye. Let's just say, until next hunt. I feel like they've been building it up, that we're going to do something with these bounty hunters again. Wheresoever you go, may you find shade, Sinner. Look up the sky. Ah, man, remember when this was dark for that little period of time? Oh my god, do I have room for it? I hope so. Probably. Speaker of the Righteous, let's get rid of this stuff. And now it is time for dwarfs. We're done with alchemy for now. I got it up to 79. I'm going to use the Crystarium delivery quest to hopefully get to 80. So I'm going to just start on Carpenter now. Might be thinking, why Carpenter? That's one of the most useless crafts for a trial player there is. And I wouldn't disagree with you, but I looked ahead and there is a Mastercraft bow that I really want. Like, I'm not going to say it's going to replace my replica High Allegan composite bow, but yeah, I want it really bad. It's up there. It had me considering it. Alright, Foundations of Steel. I do not believe we have done this one, so I shall read it out. Regent has metal on the mind. So, you've been wandering around the anvil for a while now. Out of all the myriad materials we produce here, which do you reckon is the one we use? Oh, wait, he's gonna say steel plates. Yeah, we've done. Okay. How do you do, fellow dwarf? How do you do, fellow dwarves? Regent is jumping at shadows, both real and imagined. I trust all is well with you, Joe. Would that I could say the same for myself. My scouts have recently spotted suspicious figures sulking about, doubtless looking for an opportunity to abscond with our precious metals. Make no mistake, if that scoundrel dare to step foot in my workshop, I won't hesitate to take my hammer and give whoever or whatever it is a walloping that they won't soon forget. But I must admit, I don't savor the thought of doing so. My talents lie in crafting, not combat. You, however, are an artisan and a warrior both. I would ask you to patrol the area where the suspect was last sighted, and if you spot anyone, greet them with a hearty rally-ho. I pray you're able to resolve this matter with words, but if they should prove hostile, well, I'll pray for your safe return. Wood for what ails you? Bridget has realized that barrels can be used to store something besides ale. Now, I've done this quest, but I'm not sure I've done it on stream, so I'll read it out anyway. We're well on our way to producing ethanol by the barrelful, and well soon enough to fuel the whole battalion of tanks. That is, of course, if someone doesn't mistake it for ale and drink it all. Regardless, it doesn't matter how much ethanol we have if we've nowhere to store it. And considering the size of the battalion I'm imagining, we'll need storage sites up and down Lakeland. First things first, we build barrels, lots of them. Or should I say, you build barrels. Shijit should have all the supplies you need. Well along now. So you're here to help with the barrels. I'm glad I have a strapping lad like you to assist me. We need wooden staves, sturdy enough to last 12 years of weathering. These supplies should do. But if you find yourselves short, then the Fetch-O-Matic Mechatoad can always give you more. Once you've worked your magic, deliver your finished product to our cooper over in Ostal Imperative. The envelopes are mite small for the number of barrels we're hoping to make, so we've arranged to borrow a bit of storage. Woodworking, let's go! What am I doing? What am I doing? I do not need to make high quality stuff. I'm not used to my woodworking layout. There we go. There we go. All right. Telling me to go greet whoever this is with a lolly-ho. A gremlin. A gallon gremlin. Lolly-ho. Ho-ho. Ho-ho. Let me try the gremlin place. Alright, say lolly-ho. Lolly-ho, 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 ho-ho-ho. The gremlin mimics the greeting repeatedly. Looking quite pleased with itself, it scampers away. This is, it's like one of those things that seem innocent at first, but that's an impending disaster waiting to happen. Why is that gremlin mimicking dwarves speak? It's gonna sneak in and try to give a lolly-ho. That's gonna destroy the tanks. Alright. No need to make high quality. Look how close we are to 71. Okay, we'll teleport back to the Ostal. Turn that in and then turn in our quests. Get level 71. Which gives us our good synthesis. Or, what do they call this? Touch. Gives us our good touch. So you come from the Anvil, have you? Well met. I oversee the construction and maintenance of our barrels, which stores the dwarves' lifebloods, ale and oil. What have you brought for me today? Fine craftsmanship this is. I dare say I couldn't do it better myself. Any barrels I make with these will be as solid as they come. Go ahead and inform Regit that my work will begin at once. What is this? Is all. Okay. Visions of Steel. Who is that? Oh, it's you. At last. Well, what did you find out about this intruder? It's a gremlin. You couldn't have come with better news. Truth be told, I practically soiled myself just imagining what I might have to do with this hammer if something surly were to come this way. Out of pity for them, of course, not a fear for myself. Regardless, I'm glad we had you to check up on things for us. Anyways, always prepare for the worst, eh? Speaking of which, if any other suspicious fellows wander near the anvil, I trust I can count on you once more. It's probably one of those quests where it's like different things appear. Like sometimes it'll be a gremlin and sometimes it'll be like a pixie or something, I'm guessing. Maybe a beaver? Welcome back. There's no need to tell me. I can see it by your face that you carry out the work with characteristic aplomb. I feel like I might have read this out now that I've done this. This is becoming way too familiar, so we're just gonna skip through those two dialogues. Ooh, we get a new quest! I'm not stalling if I'm doing new quests here. We're upgrading, let's go! I heard you like tanks. Are these Yulmorians? Looks like Yulmorians, maybe. Ronit appears to have something in his eye. We cannot be certain because of his helmet, but it may be a twinkle. It's time to work on the most interesting part of the Roland tanker's design, the cannon. Me and the others have a few things to go over first, so come and join us in the usual place. I mean, just sitting here right beside you? Sit on the ground? I want to be able to sit like that. You see the sirens in Olimsa, they sit like this too. It's like the delinquent, Japanese delinquent, the Slav squat as some people call it. Those bastard Sin-Eaters won't even get the chance to test our defenses if we blow their heads off first. That's why we need a cannon. The bigger the better. Of course, there were no Sin-Eaters back in Watt's time, but with a bit of dull ingenuity. Hold it right there. Aren't you afraid I'll steal your secrets? And why did you even invite me to this meeting in the first place? Well, you want me to finish building these tanks, don't you? Our reason might be different, but we're working towards the same goal. Yeah, besides, you already built your brewery and the ethanol mill and shared a bunch of your secrets with us. You're on board whether you like it or not. I didn't agree to become one of your lackeys. I come and go as I please. Now do you know the stuff about Sin-Eaters isn't some elaborate ruse? You could be building these war machines to attack Comra. Well, we were planning to, but now that you mention it... Oh Zog, that's a load of claptrap and you know it. If we wanted to invade Comra, it'd be as easy as snatching the helmet off of a baby. And we wouldn't need no tanks neither. We just want to help people, that's all. Yeah, except Comra built Formidable, dude. Formidable is one hell of a war machine. So, if they wanted to, they probably could destroy you. If it wasn't for us adventurers taking care of it, of course. Well, ain't that right? I haven't put my glasses on in this glam. On my carpenter. It's all very noble, I'm sure. But I'm only here for one thing. What's hammer? If getting my hands on it means I have to help someone with your idiotic plan, so be it. Idiotic? That's rich coming from you. And maybe you should wait till I've finished explaining about the cannon before you start judging. You mean to say Sin-Eaters won't run away, even if they're injured? Odds beer. What have we gotten ourselves into? Why injure them when you can kill them outright? They won't be getting up again if you blast them to smithereens. A nice bit of gunpowder should do the trick. But I wouldn't trust you dolls not to blow yourselves to bits in the process. Sure, you've fought Sin-Eaters, haven't you? Got any suggestions? Bombarding them with magic from a distance usually gets the job done. A beam of pure energy. It'll look pretty too. So we destroy Sin-Eaters and look good while doing it? Well, it's got my vote. The only method I can think of that would be to charge a crystal with Aether, then release it in one go. Though I hate to say it, but this is a rather outside my field of expertise. Why don't you ask that Laura Thiel. Why don't you ask that Laura Thiel lady over in Clearmount? She used to be an engineer. Worth a try, I guess. I'd feel a lot better if you came with me for moral support, like. To tell the truth, I find her a bit intimidating. Anyway, let's get going. she's changed positions. It's been a while since we've met, and I can't tell for the life of me remember how they take their tea. She's talking about some guests, eh? She certainly isn't talking about the dwarves. Don't drink tea, we drink ale, and sometimes some ethanol. Phew, thank the gods you're here. I was afraid I'd have to talk to her myself. Ah, well, here goes nothing. Lally-ho, old crone. Bloody hells. I see our manners haven't improved since the last time we met. Whatever it is you came to say, spit it out. I've got guests arriving soon. What do you see? We need a cannon. We need it to shoot laser beams. You want to fit the tanks with aether cannons? So you do have more than sawdust in that head of yours. Seems like a backhanded compliment to me, but I'll take it all the same. Though I must admit, I'm not used to working with aether and whatnot. Don't suppose you know anything about it. As a matter of fact, I'm the one who designs the crystal cannons lining the walls of the crystarium. Nah, you're pulling me leg. I've had a lot of strange coincidences lately, but that's not even remotely feasible. Wait, you're serious, aren't you? Of course I am. But if you want me to share my secrets, you'd better make it worth my while. Ah, I know where this is leading. You're gonna send us to the ends of the earth on some god's forsaken errand, just to test our resolve, aren't you? Maybe. No, you bloody idiot. That's not what I meant. So let's zoom in a little closer. Here we go. It's better this way. Listen, I have some friends coming over for tea, and I want the pair of you to join us. Tea? That's slightly less perilous than I was expecting. But what does that have to do with anything? If you shut your pie hole, you might find out. My guests are twin sisters who supply caravans run the length and breadth of Novrand. I reckon they'll have more than a passing interest in buying those tanks of yours. Buy? You mean to tell me we could make a profit on these tanks? I was planning to give them away for nothing, but I might as well take the opportunity to line me my pockets. It's clear your friend's not much of a businessman, so you better do the talking. I still have some things to prepare before my guests arrive, so give me a few moments, would you? Now let me actually put on some glasses here. There we go. Make it a little bit better. All I have to do is shut up and let you handle it. So why am I so nervous? Now that everything's in order, we are ready to begin. Try not to look so tense, dear. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to engage Lorthea's guests in polite conversation and extol the virtues of Ranit's master plan. Choose the best response and generate business in the rolling tankards. This coming together of great minds, plus Ranit, will take several minutes. You may wish to cancel any pending Duty Finder registrations. Alright, let's go. Should have read what that said. I think it's like steals some nerves. Don't let me down. They don't have any Lawfell-sized chairs, like the Lawfell chair that everyone threw a hissy fit about? What a pleasure it is to make your acquaintance. Loethia tells us you're in the transportation business, much like Cobleva and I. Yes, we were rather hoping you'd help us with our little problem we've been having of late. Hordes of ravenous eaters. Terribly irritating, I am sure you can imagine. Is it true that you and yours are presently engaged in the construction of some sort of vehicle capable of warding off such assailants? Ward off? Turn to mincemeat more like. It transports goods safely while repelling all manner of threats. Well, that does sound rather impressive. This could be precisely what we need. If any senators dare show up, the Royal Tankard can deal with them before they get anywhere near. Seems like you've got away with words. Keep this up and they'll be putty in our hands. It does occur to me, however, that this all seems awfully complicated. Those used to working with Amaro may struggle to operate these vehicles of yours. Controls are mannered by an all-purpose built automaton. What could possibly go wrong? Just pull some levers and see what happens. I'm gonna play this straight. I'm wondering, I've been doing this on Pius as well. So maybe next stream I can do this again as Pius and we can pick the wrong answers and see what happens. The controls are mannered by an all-purpose automaton. The wonders of modern technology never cease to amaze me. Machines driving machines? Whatever next? That's a surprisingly good idea. If that's all it if all it takes is giving instructions to an automaton, anyone could do it. Right, quite an elegant solution, I must say. Gonna put all the Armado transporters out of work. AI is the wave of the future. You just made that up, didn't you? Oh well, we can work that all out later. For now, carry on what you're doing. While this is all very intriguing, young Rodnit, I would feel much more comfortable doing business if I could see your face, that I may better read your intentions. Though I do not doubt your sincerity, considering it a matter of courtesy. You want me to take off my helmet? But... Don't do it, run it. Dwarven law prohibits. And then what? You want him to dance on the table for you? Oh, I beg your pardon. That was incredibly rude of me. We are, much to our embarrassment, unfamiliar with dwarven customs. You were very kind to intervene to prevent any further impertinence on our part. Thanks, Joe. If you weren't here, I don't know what I would have done. Well, I think we've covered most of the pertinent points. There is, however, one last thing I would like to ask before we reach a decision. What do you think we sisters value most in the world? Your answer, please. Money. Honesty. Excitement. Well, considering they wanted to talk to him with his face revealed, I think they'll do honesty. Oh dear, that's not quite the answer we were looking for. We would think that honesty is a bare minimum we can expect from others, especially with those whom we do business. Luckily, we have been able to ascertain through the course of this conversation that the two of you possess this in abundance. Phew. That was a bit of a struggle, but we got there in the end. Nicely done. Irolvana and Kablimva's warm response bodes well for Ranit and his rolling tankards. It appears that you have secured buyers for his tanks provided they reach completion. Why is there a tiny automaton down here? Of course, seeing is believing. Once the tanks are finished, you should put on a demonstration. We'd be interested to see those aetherial cannons in action. But actually getting them up and running will be no easy task, I assure you. Lucky for you, I know just the man to point you in the right direction. I'll write you a letter of introduction requesting he help you with this little endeavor. Automaton runs off, spying. Are we done yet? All this being polite's worn me out. Is that the distant rumbling of tanks I hear? Perhaps I'm getting ahead of myself. But they always serve such wonderful tea, and the scenery here is to die for. Give this letter to Rossard in ballistics. He looks a bit imposing, but he's friendly enough. Then again, it is you doing the asking. I'm sure he'd be more than happy to help. One of these days, the people of Novrand will be climbing over each other for the chance to do me a favor. Just you wait and see. But until then, we got a lot of work ahead of me, so let's get going. I've known Rossard since he was knee-high to a fuka. Wait, do they even have knees? Back to the Crystarium. The Amaro launch. Eyes down. You tricked me. That's right. Ballistics. That was the first day of the Shadowbringers playthrough we went to ballistics. Never came up again until now. You guys have anything to say about the light returning? I must say, losing the darkness is even more painful now that I have gazed upon its beauty. Crystal cannon? Check. Big man? Check. This must be the place. Greetings. What can I do for you this fine evening? Some may wonder why, in this day and age, people still rely on such outdated forms of communication and have not upgraded to something more modern, such as smoke signals, for example. and blow their bloody heads off. That's the plan anyway. Oh, if it's Aether-based firepower you're after, I have just the thing right behind me as it happens. This model was mass-produced and installed along the perimeter of the Crystarium, specifically to deal with Sin-Eater assaults. Those bastards soon give up the ghost after a blast of concentrated aether to the face. I like the sound of that. I can't take credit for these crystal cannons, though. Dorothea's the one who originally designed them. I suppose you could call her my mentor. If she says I'm to assist you, who am I to refuse? Now let me see about getting you copies of our cannon blueprints. A pleasant surprise, I take it? That's the Dorothea I knew. Behind that sharp tongue and piercing gaze, she's one of the most caring people you'll ever meet. I expect she appreciates what you're doing, especially considering what happened at Holminster. And it goes without saying, we here in the Crystarium are extremely grateful for everything you're doing. You've been an inspiration to us all. At any rate, every Sin-Eater your tank puts down is one less for our soldiers to deal with. So sharing the plans for the crystal cannons is the least we can do. In the meantime, I'll look forward to hearing of your success. It won't be long before you're hearing tales of the rolling tankard on the lips of everyone in Noverand. My many thanks, Rosard. Come on, Joe. We've got cannons to build. To the anvil! To the ports. I can't tell you the difference it makes having grog on tap at night and day. Apart from the old falling asleep while operating heavy machinery incident, we're working harder than ever. I swear, everywhere we go, people treat you like you're some sort of hero. I suppose being a hero's most trusted friend is the next best thing, so I'll settle for that. Having said that, when it comes to building these tanks, you're still my assistant. And so it happens I've got some work for you. There's more of these cannons to just crystals, as you can probably guess. In fact, there's so many different parts it's making my head spin just thinking about it. I reckon there are a few things you can put together for me though. Shouldn't be too hard for someone as skilled as you. As usual, you'll find everything you'll need in the Fetch-O-Matic Mechatode. And if not, well, you're a clever bloke. You'll come up with something. So I've already heard that.
Beep. Request for materials acknowledged.
It doesn't have to be high quality. You think it would be. But it will give me experience for doing this, so we're going to make high quality anyway. Alright, quality. It didn't give me any experience. God damn it. Why'd the last one give me experience? Well, don't keep me in suspense. Various components and concoctions contained within this metal crate will one day go on to form some of the most advanced weaponry in Novrand. No doubt the crate itself will look back at this time as one of the highlights of its career. Who writes this stuff? Looks like all that time spent around a master engineer like me is paying off. Once I've built and fine-tuned the cannon, the prototype tank will be ready. After that, it's just a matter of producing more of the same as quickly and cheaply as possible. Not that I'll be cutting corners, mind. We're gonna get a full tank now. Looks like it. We got the dwarf symbols on it. With the final piece of the puzzle, the crystal cannon in place, the rolling tinkered prototype is all but complete. However, this marks only the beginning of Ranit's plans, as it will take more than a single tank to ensure the safe transportation of goods from various locations across Novrand. Sweet, sweet tanks. Respected. Okay, new quests. We gotta accept those quests. Groundwork. Love to see it. Okay, where's the, there we go. What do we have now? What's our newest, It's just a tabletop item. Ew. We're almost there. I can't believe it. I was tempted to skip the testing phase and declare it complete, but it might be a bit embarrassing if it were to blow up in front of everyone because of some minor oversight. Nothing like an unplanned explosion to ruin your reputation. These will all be new, so we're gonna read them all out. Wayward Tons. Bridget gazes glumly into the distance, perhaps wondering at the absence of some wayward automata. Where are they? Those automata were due back ages ago. I sent them into the trees to gather materials, but they're nowhere to be seen. We'll never be able to build our tanks at this rate. But if I just traipse, that's what the word is. I know what traipse is. But if I just traipse off into the undergrowth to find them, I risk becoming lost as that forest titular shepherd. The Forest of Lost Shepherd, that's what this place is called. I really should study that map a bit more. Anyway, you're here now, and you are, I assume, far more familiar with the local geography. Do me a favor and bring back that pair of directionally challenged goats. Taking the heat. Margit is muttering something about the need for heat-resistant components. What tanks are to cross the length and breadth of Novrand? They need to withstand all matter of climates, rain or shine. Even if they trundle across the blazing sands of Amarang, our inventions need to keep on keeping on. We need sturdier components, heat-resistant components, components that won't melt and droop, because we had no idea just how ferocious the desert sun can be. We need you and your experience with arid conditions to craft us a robust example we can work from. Sigit will provide you with the raw materials. Close to clear meltdown. Legit seems to work himself into a fury. Gah, those good-for-nothing, slow-footed, heavy-helmeted sluggers are still not back from clear melt. I gave my lads permission to soak in the springs for a bell or two, but we're way past that now. I'd wagered my grandfather's whiskers that all thoughts of work have evaporated with the steam. Speaking of steam, I think I felt some coming out of my ears. You'll have to go and get them. I'm liable to take a pickaxe to the lazy skulls if I go myself. Come to help with the heat-resistant components, have you? Wonderful. We those hail from cooler climes, as you know. So we certainly could use your insight. Here. We've selected some promising materials. Let's see if you can make 3 insulation covers that'll protect the tank's insides from overheating. If you decide to scrap it and try again, you can poke Ranit's automaton for extra crafting supplies. Oh, I forgot to mention, take the finished components to the researcher over near the bridges. He'll know what to do. And none of these need to be high quality, no? Nope, okay. We now have groundwork. Maybe I don't need to do groundwork for this. Not that it matters, I cleared it. We'll go north and then we'll circle around. Everything but the helm. I was wondering how they were going to be in here in the hot springs. It's opened off. Ah, this is the life. Eh? Legit sent you? Oh, wait, how long has it been? Excuse me, mustache. Steaming dwarf. Ew, my skin's all tingling. I feel like a boiled egg. What do you mean time's up? Oh, bugger. And it's gonna crack my well-cooked head. Did I miss one? Yeah, I did. Slurping dwarf. Having some ale and some hot springs. Dangerous combination, but it feels so good. Gotta be careful though. Drinking in a hot tub is can put you right out. I used to live in a Japanese dorm for a little while. Me and the boys sometimes late at night we'd sneak in some drinks and go to our public onsen at the bottom thing and have some drinks while bathing in hot water. Boy, it was fun, but man, I remember one time I crawled out of it and just passed out on the side of the onsen. Good times, good times. Nothing like a strong brew after a hot bath. back to work. Fine. The walk should sober me up a bit. All right. Gotta come all the way down here, eh? Oh well. I wasn't dead. I didn't die. Though it's funny, one of my friends like cannonballed into the onsen and like the water splashed on me and that woke me up. And I was like, he's like, oh, sorry. I'm like, no, man, I needed that. And I'm out of here. Time for me to go to bed. Tall automaton and wayward automaton. What does this tall one have to say?
Greetings, good mortal. What brings you to this wonderful woodland? If you have business with me, then I'm afraid it must wait. I have a previous and pressing engagement.
I'm talking like a robot because it says it's automaton, but something tells me this might be a sloth.
Mischievous mortal, explain yourself at once. Why do you seek to abscond with this marvelous and mystical wath?
See, it is a sloth. A dwarven-made automaton, you say? Oh, cruel truth. I thought myself chasing some newly worldly kin who had sheathed their fey form with an iron-hard skin. So much time wasted. There are precious herbs to pluck and potions to brew. Take your prize and bother me no more. Fucking sloth. What the hell are you doing here in Lakeland? Gonna drown some people? Is that the idea? You're gonna go to those islands and drown somebody? That was no tall automaton. Bridges. Come a long way, dwarf. Bloody whore! Regent said you'd be alone. Got something for me, I hope. A tank components capable of withstanding high temperatures. Oh, nice work. I'll cut these off into the desert right now and see how they hold up. I'd appreciate if you could let Legit know that our trial run is underway. I guess that's why he's here, to go down to Amarang. Bloody whore! You
found our wayward automaton then? The frog faced contraptions, but Emet appears otherwise undamaged. Got myself a stock of spare parts to fix these two. They don't seem particularly damaged at first glance. Let's take a look and see what went wrong. Out of fuel? But it gave them enough to last for bloody hours. Something must have been chasing them, burning up the coal that fast. See, that's why we need those tanks. My thanks, Joe. I'm sure your components will perform beyond expectations. Out of curiosity, just how hot does it get in Amarang? Are we talking skin-searing winds? Boot soles burning in the shade? Sudden geysers of molten lava? I might just go see it for myself. My thanks, Joe. Those limp-bearded layabouts finally stumbled in. I understand I do, after all. There's not a soul alive who hasn't lingered over long in the secret springs of Mount Ulg. When you're up to your earlobes in soothing water, anyone can forget the passage of time. But what I can't forgive is the forgetting your bloody duties. Oh, I'll have those lads chained to their workbenches until every task they missed is checked off the ledger, and then some. Alright, we're done with dwarves. I was hoping we'd get a quest where you could ride one around and shoot stuff, but I guess that might come later. Or who knows, maybe it'll be in a mission we haven't done yet. Anyway, we're finally ready to move on to the MSQ. We have all 4 crystals. We have tank, physical damage, magic damage, and healer. Let's see if that changes anything that we've done. We cannot yet fly, so we drive. It's I think, why am I not doing on Dancer? Well, I have 2 areas, 2.5 areas, I should say, of baits that I still need to grind out, and I have a feeling my Dancer will make it to level 80 by the time I'm done with them, so I'm starting to level other stuff. I feel really stupid, because I need, for my jobs, my side quests worth doing videos, I need all the jobs, the job quests, the final ones, those are side quests. So I did, like, with Caligo, I did Paladin, Dark Knight, Samurai, Black Mage, Summoner, Red Mage, and White Mage. And Scholar. So I'm gonna have to level all of these up so I can capture, you know, capture the little icons over their heads. I guess I wouldn't have to, I could just show the NPCs, but it's much better for the video presentation if you can show the side quest yellow marker above them. Anyway. Let me see, it's kind of like my pirate voice. I've let the Ondo down, but more in that, I let myself down. Might as well go back to mending kettles.
show Geralt a crystal which once belonged to one of Hardbert's companions. Sure. I have all 4. What's you got there? Such striking beauty. It shines me heartache and laughter and the transcendence of life, like the turmoil of history made manifest. I can see the brilliance of the crystal's legacy. I never captured such a gleam, not if you labored 100 years. Bugger me if I don't mean to try. Where are me tools? God damn ye. I must set to work before the feeling fades. Which one I showed? Hopefully I showed them all of them. Let's see what Arbert has to say when I get it. Geralt's brimming with a newfound inspiration. I can feel it. A vision forming in me mind. Step aside, lad, and let me etching hands get to work. I am done. I've taken the wonders of the crystal showed me and channeled them into a new shape. What benefits the Ondo's spiritual character? Sure, we can get this for a housing item, right? This is a housing item, I'm sure. Not a bad job if I do say so myself. And to think, I was this close to hanging up me hammer after studying the craft of them ancients. I've been across the length and breadth of Novran and gobbled up every scrap of craft and wisdom I could find. But no matter which technique I tried, my work was just no comparison. I couldn't even figure out how they put them damn buildings together. A mystery for the ages. That's what drew me here in the first place. I built me workshop, got the forges burning, and lost me bleeding will to craft. Thank the gods for that crystal of yours. I might have never gotten it back. I won't pry into your business, but I reckon your little miracle there has been through the kind of journey they sing songs about. The echoes, oh, the memory it holds, just speak directly to your heart. I can still feel it coursing through me. The inspiration's not fading away. It's welling up stronger and stronger. Give me the chance and I reckon I'll weave the crystal saga into another thing as well. But bugger me, I almost forgot the Ondo's commission. If you could drag that lamp over to Tolsh for me, I'll stay here and dream up new ornaments for you to try. Not gonna buy all of these, just enough to get me through. I'll buy the ninja and the astro. Also the ones I plan on using. Physical DPS. Monk. Ninja. 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 Oh, Bard is here as well. Now, I do want Bard stuff, but I want it dyeable, so... Those are some cool pants. Want it dyeable, though. I'm all ninja out. Maybe I should take the glasses off, huh?
Monocle. Hey, Electric. Long time no see, man. I'll put a monocle on for the one I have exposed. Alright, let's I'll save that for now. And we also need healer. Need Astro. 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 This is just Udion J's gear, right? Udion J, but silver instead of gold. It's a bit lighter. Probably going to glam over that with my other gear, but we'll keep it for now. Back the ninja. We'll just... Ooh, those are some ornamental little blades there. It's good to see you back. Good to see you back. Electric. Hopefully we can get to the end of 5.0 today. We've got 2 more hours left in the stream. Oh, I do feel a stretch break coming along. Oh, I could have teleported here. Oh well. It's not that far away.
What is it that you have there?
Your lamp.
The sacred lamp. Then the Finless One has kept his promise. My people tell me of the many deeds you have performed in the name of aiding the cups, and now you have come to me bearing the light we had almost surrendered hope of ever seeing. We can doubt your purity no longer. Your arrival was the will of the ancients. Yes, but the time for fear has passed. We shall take the lamp and unveil its austere illumination upon the walls of the forgotten. Gather there with your companions, and we shall speak again once your prayers have been offered.
Okay, here Arbert's gonna say, whose crystal was that you showed? And I want to know, what do I say? All of them? Or if he's gonna...
Stewards of the Ondo, we offer up our light in answer.
That crystal you showed the artisan. Was it... Did it belong to one of my friends?
Moment of truth, folks. Moment of truth. Is it going to be all of them? Is it going to be the first one I did? Is it going to be the last one? Is it going to pick at random? Missed that part, did you?
I tried to give you a measure of privacy. No one wants a spirit looking over their shoulder every moment of the day. So tell me, if you would, how did you come across that crystal?
What do I say?
I was right then.
Ooh, he doesn't say so it was so-and-so's then, he just says, oh, he's right there.
Strange that I should learn such things now, after they're long gone. They were fine friends, every one of them.
Oh, that's it? He just says, so I was right then. It's better if you only do one. At least he says their names.
I didn't expect death to teach me so much. About them, about Seto, about you, about the hope that hides at the heart of this world. I've never been one for idle chit-chat, but if by some miracle I could see them all again, I doubt I would ever stop talking.
I don't know. The ending cutscene, we're gonna have to relook at it. Like, when I return to the Crystarium and it's like Arbert returns, but he sees his friends there. What does that mean? What does it mean? What does it mean?
I'm grateful I got to bend your ear at least. And just for that, I reckon I'll stick with you. To the very end.
Apologies, we were a little late to the gathering.
It seems we succeeded in gaining their trust.
The delay wasn't exactly welcome, but at least our many hands made light work. And they seemed especially impressed with your contribution. Our hero indeed.
That's me.
Y'shtola was telling us those structures may date back to the age of the Ascians.
An Ascian homeland. Despite his many protestations, I never quite believed Emet-Selch was telling the truth.
Nor I. But there is no denying the evidence before our eyes. Clearly this was once a great city. A home they would see restored, no matter how many tens of thousands of years it takes.
It's a hollow dream when you think about it. Even if they manage to rejoin all the worlds, they'll never bring back the ones who were lost.
That's when Emet-Selch says, that's where you're wrong. We're just gonna sacrifice all of you to bring back my homeboys.
But would I have done any different?
It's funny, he's gonna make us whole, right? And then he wants to sacrifice us to Zodiark to bring back those who sacrificed themselves originally. But then he would be a murderer in his eyes. Because then he's like, well, yeah, you all are whole, but I need whole souls for Zodiark. Your half-men souls just don't have the same luster to them. But I thought the whole reason you gave for the excuse of killing us is because we're only half-men in your eyes. It's like, oh yeah, right. Whoops. Well, I'm a murderer.
How are you feeling?
Just throw up white stuff. Blech. Blech. Never better. I've got Y'shtola vision.
You have completed your devotions?
Yes.
To the honored ancients have we offered up our prayers and our gratitude. You too have our thanks.
Might we trouble thee then to tell us more of the illuminated land of which thou didst lately speak?
I thought you guys would know about that. Are you not the emissaries? You're... They're false tricksters.
To the west of here lies a great trench. Some days ago, a light appeared in that endless darkness.
We can see it.
Curious, we ventured closer and discovered in the depths an entire city. The buildings we spied were akin to our own everlasting abodes, impossibly so. We understood at once the ancients had risen. There could be no doubt. Taken with terror, we retreated to the cups, and I decreed that none should enter the trench until such time as we received a sign.
Probably for the best.
Might it still be possible to reach this city of the ancients?
Something tells me Emmett wouldn't like these Ondo treading about his city.
With no water to drown you, a finless one could now travel there. Yes. I am convinced you are the sign for which we have been waiting. My people will show you the way.
Shall we?
Sure. But first, a stretch break. Since I get done with this quest.
The chieftain has bid me guide your steps to the illuminated land. Come, the way lies downward, follow the path of coral and rock and join your comrades below. All are gathered, yes? Then I shall describe the path you must take. Enter the cavern below and follow the wall down and down and down. Once at the bottom, find a passage to the northwest, then continue west and west and west. The way is not simple. Keep your friends within shouting distance and do not stray into the deep. Just before the journey's end, you will find the Caliban Gap and a barrier we placed at its mouth. This obstacle will fade should you raise your hand towards it. We have made it so. A most succinct explanation. We thank you for your guidance. Right. Deeper into the depths we go. You stupid. Into the deep, the deep. But first, I must go on a break. I really need a stretch.
I need to get the blood flowing to the nether regions, as it were. We won't make it too long. Let's see. Let's change the message. 7 now. Let's make it 13. Lucky number 13. All right. Get your snacks, get your stretches. Onward to Amarat we go. Hopefully to the end of 5.0, as I will not be doing the blue quests until, until we start queuing up for the dungeon and trial, as it were. So I will see you all anon. Ooh, I'm a little late. Sorry about that, folks. I just had to take a bio break kind of towards the end of there, and but let's get back to it. Onward, downward we go. Nope. I'm not fighting you. You know what's funny? I'm kind of now on the... Ooh, almost missed that Aether Current. It's a good thing I was on the lookout. I'm kind of on the lookout for maybe a shoe bill. Not that I think there is one, but it's got me paranoid. If you see a shoe bill, let me know. I could jump down there and save some time, but I'm gonna be a little I mean, I won't be that disappointed. It's kind of fun if it's just like a little, like, you know, Easter egg joke about this shoe bill staring at you, but I'm at the point where I want shoe bill to have significant more relevance. And if he is, don't tell me. So that's gonna be one hell of a reveal. Our guide bade us travel to the cavern floor and thence to the west. Yet would seem these twisting tunnels defy such simple instructions. Rather than rely on direction alone, I suggest we scout with care, relay the path ahead to those who come behind. You're just gonna say we can get our way back out? I wager these bristles of water can clear at the top. Not that I'm gonna try it now. Yes, we've been to Tamamizu. We know of such water spouts. Shubil? Shubil! You over here? No. I'm gonna waste so much time looking for this Shubil. I'm gonna try not to waste too much time. I don't think there... I'm like jumping at shadows here. I'm jumping at shoe bills. Your Stola has forged ahead. Shall we continue on our own advance? So, sure thing. Yeah, I never noticed this thing makes a freaking squishy noise when I walk across it. Gross. Ah, damn it, I didn't switch classes. This is the one where Alphino goes, Alice jumped, but I think I'll go around. We can go this pirate ship direction, or we can go down this way. Ah, Jill. You have two choices of routes from here. You can either take the long way to the south along the rocks or skip along the coral branch as Alice has done. I, for one, shall be following my sister's example. Gulp. bit dangerous to put Paladin here, but we're gonna do it anyway. Well, it's 75. Paladin is a tank, so I should be fine. Can I? I was like, wait a minute, why am I walking? Oh, because I wanted to find if there's a shoe bill around. But I think I'm paranoid, so we're gonna abandon shoe bill sightings that probably aren't even there and just trek forward. Ew, not to it. I would say it's gone ahead. We should catch up to her. There you are. Come on, I think I found a tunnel we're looking for. Okay, to the west. That's the way we're headed. Makes you feel better. It looks like there were way more Shubil instances before this. It doesn't make me feel better. I mean, in a way, I'm like, oh, more Shubil. There are Shubils more present. That's cool, but I missed them. Well, that's it. We're gonna have to do another playthrough. A Shubil playthrough. We're going full Shubil. Or not. That's not gonna open a new area yet, right? Here. This must be the barrier the Ondo spoke of. Which probably was the farthest we could go before this MSQ opened it up. Well, that was rather more arduous than expected. I feel a sudden rush of gratitude for the smooth roads our ancestors cut to the wilderness. Keep talking about ancestors and how the people of the past do things to help those in the future. 'Twas a treacherous path indeed. Now I believe one of us needs but raise hand to banish the next obstacle. I'll do it. Joe, I elect you to do the honors, of course. Damn straight. God, it's just like that. I suppose we should head in. Got a little smirk on my face, considering what's going on. Like it or not, this tunnel will be just as perilous as the road we walked to get here. Let's all stay aware of our surroundings, shall we? Switch back to Palidon. I'll start. Chat overlays make it a little hard to see. Oh, hey, I did not know that Rock and Roll Maniac 76 joined the chat. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Have a nice ban on me. Get out of here. Oh my god, did I ban? I think I banned the wrong person. Uh-oh, I think I banned Electric Labs. Electric, I will unban you, I promise, when I get done with this. I will figure out a way. Oopsie. I accidentally banned the wrong person. Slip of the finger. Whatever, I can't, I'm sorry, Electric, I can't do it right now. I'm in the middle of this playthrough. I will unban you, I promise. I swear, it was a mistake. Blame the bots. Blame the AI bots. You motherfuckers. Oh god, I'm Paladin too? Shit. This is going to be a little bit of a fight. Wait, 3 of them. That's what I needed. I'm gonna get experience, 18,000. The chat overlay caused me to ban electric. I will make amends. I will fix that as soon as the stream is done. I don't know enough about Twitch about how to go look at things and how to unban people. I really should look into that. But hey, this is how I'll learn. But I feel really bad about it. Let me look real quick. Let me look it up and see if it's really fast. How do I unban people on Twitch? Unban username with Twitch exact username. Go to, okay. I got too ban happy. I got so happy to ban an AI person that I accidentally bombed the wrong person. Okay, go to creator dashboard, top right, setting moderations, ban chatters, ban users. Sorry, it's really bothering me that I've banned electric. Go to settings, moderation. Create a dashboard. Oh my god, can I get a break? Great. Okay, I gotta get somewhere where these guys are not going to... I'm still Paladin. Okay. Settings. Moderation. Open benchers. Banned users. Okay, okay. Electric Labs. Okay. Unbanned. Okay. You're unbanned, Electric. I am so sorry about that. You have been unbanned. I figured it out. Okay. Hey, now I know how to unban people. That's, you know, now I know how to unban people, which means, you know, the more I know. I've got to add that South Park guy saying no thing to this, to like little things I could do. There we go. And for the love of God, switch back to a level 80 class. Yeah. That was completely unintentional, just a combination of chat overlays and an AI bot. I'll try to be more careful. I'm gonna have to look up when the shoe bills are cited so I know when. Because as far as I know, there's like 1, 2, 3, and like there's the one where you're looking for, you find the drowned artist, looking at the artist again.
Gods.
Excuse me, I would say. And then you find one at the Crystal Exarch. Apparently there's one also under the ocean. That's a thing you might have missed Final Fantasy XIV video waiting to happen for sure, the shoe bills. Look how pretty Emerald is. Weird tentacles at the top, but not sure what that exactly means. Got this Art Deco. Like how they say Art Deco, truly
spoke of a city.
The greatest
I did not think they
pinnacle of
meant an
architecture.
actual city.
Looked like Sahagins had one near their base. Some of the Scions commented on it. Then I should have found it. Like, was I just not aware my first playthrough? Was I just so excited by being in the Tempest that I didn't really care? But I talked to all the Scions. The first time around, I always talked to them. I might have to do New Game Plus just to make sure.
Then we are seeing the same view.
No, we're not, Stola. You're blind.
The remnants in the Ondo settlement were solid material structures. But these... Everything here pulses with ether. 'Tis an enchantment on a monumental scale.
Emet-Selch just kind of showing off here. But I think the reason Emmett's doing this not only is because he wants to, like, you know, he misses the Ancients so much. But I think it's partially to, like, show you. It's like, this is where we used to live. Look at the monument of our people, you know? This is what used to be. Now, do you see why I want to revive it? Joe, did you note the style of architecture? 'Tis the same used for the remnants at the cups of the murals painted towers. Look closely, Emet-Selch has not simply reclaimed these ruins, he has layered the semblance of an entire city upon them. Gods, the magnitude of this artifice is staggering. Though it pains me to admit, we do not fully understand the feats of which an old world Ascian is capable. I don't. They're all trash, but I should try to keep it to one. Which one do I need the least? I don't know. I'm a multi-main. Let's just do tenacity. It's intimidating, yes, but we have to start somewhere. Why don't we have a closer look at the tower to the southeast? We might be able to reach it from the edge of the trench. Not getting away from me this time, Ethan. Please be the last one. That is the last one. Last Aether of the whole of Shadowbringers. Imposing doors. It's a testing gate from Hunter x Hunter. At the size of these doors, now I know how pixies must feel. Joe Funakata recognized. Welcome to the city of Amarat. Will you be riding the lift? Did the building just welcome you? Mayhap, it is not so passing strange. Did Emet-Selch not invite Joe to visit his abode? 'Tis plain thy coming was expected. And where will this lift be taking us? The lift services every level of Arcoa Heights, but is presently configured to convey passengers directly to the ground floor. AI overview portrays you. Yeah, it's not perfect yet. AI is still has a penchant for lying. I say my sightings, and it gives me a list of sources and X notes. Yeah. Well, there you have it. In the absence of some few hundred yalms of rope, we have little choice but to accept the offer. With emphasis on we, I'm not about to let you walk into this place alone. Ground floor now. I wish to ride the lift. Always be polite. To the AI. As you wish. The lift will arrive shortly. Next stop, ground floor. Facilities include the Bureau of Administration, the Bureau of the Architect, and the Capitol. I know those places now. It's only at this distance that you start to realize just how big the buildings truly are. What did the voice call the city? Amarat? Look, over there. You have people generating many shoe bills to maximize shoe bill sightings. Is that a person? Oh no, my mistake. That's a giant. It's so funny though, because like, it's very rare. Like, I feel like they make bosses larger than they need to be. Like, we were talking about Amon earlier, right? Like, how huge is Amon? I don't think he's actually supposed to be that tall, is he? Were ancient Alheg the size of giants too? Are they close? Are they close to being whole? It's like, oh, now these things are actually huge. It doesn't seem to have noticed this yet. Giant or no, a resident of this place may have much more to tell us. I say we make the first move. Or it could be like a dungeon bot. Oh, no, you just can't. Ugh. Could be a dungeon mob, dude. This whole place could be a dungeon. Just attacks him immediately. Excuse my boldness, but I might ask a few questions. Oh, what adorable costumes. Are you children on an excursion? The district has much to teach you. How odd. That sounded like no language I've ever heard, and yet I understood every word. Like the dragons, just as he understood us. Ahem. And which district is this exactly? You must be lost, poor things. You stand in the Polyletterite district, wherein lie the institutions most vital to the management of our star. Can you tell us where to find Emet-Selch? I see. You've come to marvel at the workings of the Convocation of 14. Hardly surprising, I suppose. The whole world holds its breath as the final days draw near, and our brightest minds race to implement their plans. Thus, you must understand that gaining an audience at this time will be next to impossible. You should hurry home before your family begin to worry. Do you need me to walk you back? No, thank you. We'll be fine. Very well. Take care, little ones. Such a good thing that they're doing right now. I'm starting to get a little chills again thinking about it, but they're trying to make the ancients seem as nice as possible. Like, they're doing a very good job making them like seem like, oh, you know, I'll help you out. Where do you want to go? You want me to walk you home? It's like, and like how Emmett hates it. He's like, the ancients were so much better than everybody else. But again, this is through Emmett's point of view, and he is tempered by, I said tempered. He is enthralled by Zodiark. So who knows how much of this is actually how things were happening. It's perspective millennia old. What was that all about? To my eyes, these people appear as arcane entities. I suspect Emet-Selch wove them from aether much as he reconstructed the rest of the city. The final days. Such words well befit the oblivion described to us by our Asian foe. A catastrophe of unprecedented scale, which did set in motion the summoning of Zodiac, and thence Heidelin herself. But that happened centuries and centuries ago, didn't it? I think it happened millennia ago, did it not? The man spoke as if it were rushing to avert a disaster here and now. Unless, for these people, the distant past is in the here and now. I believe thou hast the right of it, Master Alphino. This ethereal Amarot and its residents appear to be phantoms of a different age. Emet-Selch hath resurrected a memory, a moment in time before the star was sundered. So we find ourselves in a long destroyed city inhabited by the long departed. An unusual situation to be sure, but at least we're able to parley with these ancients. In fact, they seem downright eager to chat. I say we use this as to our advantage. Split it up, strike up some conversations, and see if we can't learn the location, of our quarry. And while we're at it, it wouldn't hurt to wheedle out a few more details regarding this convocation of 14 and their impending disaster. Mingling then. Let's meet back here with our jaws when our jaws start aching. Okay, I'm getting tired of looking at this ninja outfit, especially in these important cutscenes. But I'm not in the sanctuary. Oh no. Start over here. Now I know I went back and checked on these before, but whatever. They'll say it when I pass them again. Would seem the hall is host to a most precious visitor this day. And what, pray tell, shall be the subject of our discussion, young one? Ah, the convocation and their handling of the coming peril. It is only natural that you should have questions. Shall we begin with the members themselves? As all know, the 14 are the wisest and most puissant among us. They are the stewards of order, responsible for decisions which keep the star turning season after season. Be the speaker La Habrea or the emissary Elidipus. Each seat is occupied by an elected sage of surpassing intellect. Logrief, Mitron, Emet-Selch. Their individual titles have, as a gesture of respect and a matter of tradition, become synonymous with their incumbents. Thus, it is with great incredulity that I greet this recent rumor that a seat in the convocation is soon to be left vacant. If proven true, would be an unprecedented development, a testament to the immense pressure under which our saviors are toiling, and in any event, I for one am confident they shall deliver our star unto salvation. We never find out who that missing person is, right? I do not think it is. I do not think it is Emet. Because, like, the Convocation of 13 is kind of what they call themselves, like the Ascians call themselves, right? But when considering implications, you must admit. Trust the scholars, they will find solutions. So is that Emmett's friend? Is it me? Am I the person who left? If you could perhaps explain certain points of the creation process. How tall are you? Man, this... So, in a way, these guys are not, they're not surprised by my questions, because look at this little kid, he's asking the giants, the older ones, questions as well. Good gracious, child, where is your family? You should not be alone at a time like this. Run along home, quickly now. Have you not heard? Though yet confined to the lands across the sea, a terrible phenomenon afflicts our star. They're calling it the final days. 'Tis said it starts suddenly, cacophonous keening from beneath the earth. The sound distorts all living things within earshot, and wrests from us control of our creation magics. Once that happens, all is lost. Fear, pain, despair, every dread impulse is siphoned from our minds and given semblance. An eternal fall of fiery rain, an incessant spawning of nightmarish beasts. None can point to the source of the phenomenon. It is as if the star itself has fallen ill, as if a force inimical to life now festers and spreads. It is only a matter of time until Amarat too resounds to that discordant squall. You should stay with your loved ones, child. Stay with them. Ugh. It still gives me chills. It's not looking good. Emmett's gonna cut me with those words again. God damn it. It's like, if this is still making me react this way, it's not looking good. I'm probably gonna fucking tear up. Damn you, Emet. An audience with Emet-Selch? I'm afraid you have the wrong office, little one. And besides, he will be far too busy to field the questions of curious children. Surely you've been told of the looming catastrophe. Every resource available to the Convocation must be spent upon ensuring our world survives. They have yet to make an official announcement, but it is said the 14 are moving forward with a plan of scarce credible proportions. One which promises to grant will to the very star itself. They invoke our mightiest spells of creation to birth an entity of all-encompassing magnificence, and then they will rewrite the laws of existence. It is a huge undertaking, but it must be completed ere the corruption spreads this far. Thus I say to you again, do not hold out hope for an audience. Seeing the knife ahead, this time ain't gonna stop me from stabbing Diva. I was just hoping I would be... that I would be able to kind of bulwark my will, you know, I'm ready for it. I was like, oh, last time, Emmett, You caught me by surprise completely. The jolt was part of the reason it cut me, but I don't know. I'm having reactions here. Like, I know all this stuff, but I'm still getting chills up my side when these Emerauts are talking and disappearing like that. Well, that was an experience. I was never fond of being treated like a child, but it did make asking questions less suspicious. Yeah, I even saw a child giant or ancient asking questions. Joe, if I was not certain before, then I am not. I am now. The people of this city believe they face the end of the world. I cannot imagine what purpose compelled Emet-Selch to recreate this ancient Emerald. And yet, I fancy I hear his words to us echoing throughout this ocean trench. He would have his story known. He would have his story known. Stop it. Why are you not in the armory? Egads. This is what happens when you're a yeah, I had to spend all that stuff. Is there anything I can get rid of? I can get rid of you. I want to hold on. Yeah, should put this stuff in the... Whatever, we'll throw out the material. Just throw it out. More material. Alphino is awaiting the return of your other companions. We can compare notes once the others return. Hopefully, then our next move will become clear. It would seem our conversations were much alike. A looming disaster, creation magics running rampant, and this convocation's efforts to bring salvation out of the chaos. I suppose there was talk of little else in the time when these events came to pass. Odeon J, if I may, what are your thoughts on the ancient arts of creation? Fascinating discipline indeed. Aught the mind can conceive may be rendered in reality. All that is required is a clear concept upon which to focus one's will. It is not dissimilar to the primal's rites taught by the Asians, wherein ritual ceremony breatheth life into figments of myth and legend. I see we arrived at the same conclusion then. The people who lived in the age before the Sundering were blessed with vast reserves of mana. No matter how draining these creation magics must be, it seems they paid the cost with not more than a fraction of the aether which coursed through their own bodies. If we were to attempt the same, such spells would soon deplete our energies, and then seek to draw the balance from elsewhere, from a hoard of crystals mayhap, or from the very land itself. Thus, when the art of creation was placed into our hands, it became, in effect, means of destruction. Oh, so see, I'm picking it up on it now. That's why Zodiark and Heidelin don't drain the land. because they were created through these guys. And they already sacrificed, like, pretty much human sacrifices to power them. We don't know about Hydaelyn. Well, I'm guessing Hydaelyn did that too. I'm guessing, but we don't know. An interesting matter, which no doubt bears further study. But despite all these revelations, I worry we're no closer to finding Emet-Selch. Has anyone learned aught which might lead to his location? Not directly, mayhap, but from what we've heard, it seems the Convocation of 14 is sequestered in the nearby Capitol building. When we see for ourselves, the attendant wouldn't let us without a writ of permission. So we tried our luck at the Borough of Administration, where we thought these permissions might be issued, but the clerk said he couldn't help us since our names didn't appear in the registry. And that was when we gave up. I wonder though, Joe, could you be eligible for one of these writs? The voice in the lift seemed to know who you were. It might be that your name is registered at the borough as well. Worth a look, I'd say. Meanwhile, I'll head back to the capital and search for a less official point of entry just in case. Pray allow me to accompany thee on thy reconnaissance. An arcane perspective may prove needful. Fine, Alien J. I was hoping Y'shtola would come with me, but she's been a bitch with me lately, so you'll have to do. I think I'd like to speak more of these with more of these ancients. Maybe they know something that could help cure Joe's condition. Would you mind coming with me? Of course I don't mind. Just lead the way. Red Alphano is going with Red Minfilia. Then Y'shtola and I will busy ourselves with further exploration. There's surely more intelligence to be had. And so we part ways once more. This time, however, let us reconvene in front of the capital. No blue quests. We are skipping blue quests for queue times. See you later. Look at this Amaratian. It's right. Notice how Amaratian aetherites look so much more polished. They don't have like random crystals flying around them, and they're much more smooth. No, not you, baby bun. Much more refined. Administrative clerk. Visitor, right? Yes, I can assist you. Full name, please. Joe Funakata. Really should be Ojo-sama. I really need to change this name. Please wait near the counter while I confirm your details. Yeah. Like how Emmett sends us to the DMV. True torture, you will know. Joe Funakata, your application is ready for collection. As your residency was approved by Emet-Selch himself, further forms of identification will not be required. Here is your application documents. Submit them at the Bureau of the Secretariat. Is that how he's pronounced? Secretariat. Yeah, Secretariat. And the clerk will issue you with a visitor's right for the capital. Maybe writ. It's the proper pronunciation. It's very Japanese. Here's the form you need. Now take it over there. And then they will give you a form to which you need to come back here with. I swear, you know, living in Japan for extended periods, you always have to go to the local municipal and do a lot of paperwork. And it can be quite hard if your Japanese isn't very good, and mine wasn't too great. This is back before, you know, I couldn't really use Google Translate. Didn't work very well back then. And one time, like, somebody who knew next to no Japanese, it's like, begged me to go with them. Basically, I got through it. Felt pretty proud of myself, you know. We were both fresh, and it was like I was just starting going to a language school there. So it was a bunch of people just real fresh off the boat. But they're like, "Your Japanese is pretty good." I was like, "No, it's not." It's like, "Well, it's better than mine. Come with me." And we were able to just get through it. Next, please. Visiting the capital, are we? Please take a seat. Your name will be called once your application has been processed. And the implications of this cutscene. The self-aware. How am I sitting? I'm actually sitting like this, and not like the cat pose. I have my monocle on still. I need to put. Man, learning, like, getting a Japanese driver's license is notoriously difficult. Like, it's super hard. If a lot of exchange students, like when I was in college, I talked to a lot of Japanese exchange students, and they were encouraged to get an international driver's license here so that they could drive in Japan, because it would be far easier to get basically an equivalent of a Japanese driver's license here than it would be in their own country. It's so hard to get a license in Japan. Like, I hear there's like it's super expensive for one thing, and just the testing is really bad, I hear. May I? Sit down, faceless dude. You, I think, are from a time beyond ours. Have you followed in the wake of Emet-Selch? There's no cause for alarm. I am simply a shade, here and not here. I know only that my name is Hyphlodius, and that this city is a recreation, a phantom moment plucked from the well of history. Shock. The others seem unaware of their pale existence. I wonder if Emet-Selch's mind was distracted when it came to my reconstitution. A stray thought would have been enough. Hyphlodius will realize the truth, for example. We were close friends once, you see. Yet, in spite of my perception, I play the same role as all the rest, a bit part meant to bring color and noise to this well-crafted stage. Too much scrutiny, and we shall burst like the fragile bubbles we are. Thus I tell you again, my presence is not to concern you. I only wish to share your company whilst we wait. If you come this far, then you know of the catastrophe which awaits us on our morrow. The final days, what began as isolated incidents, soon swelled into a world-spanning threat. What do you mean by this? The convocation of the 14, well, it was 13 at the time. So it became 14, but it was 13 now, but they're talking like it is the 14th, and then, because one of them stepped down. Okay, one of them stepped down before all this. I have a feeling that person is the summoner of, or at least the spreader of Hydaelyn, maybe. Or the spreader of the final days? I need to know who this person is. Endeavor to create the will of our own star. For our will of our star. They would repair the fundamental laws in order to halt the spread of destruction. But creation on such a scale required an immense source of power. Those who still lived, nearly half offered up their lives in the name of salvation. Ooh, chills, 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 chills. And from their sacrifice, Zodiac was born. Just as we had hoped, he reached forth and halted the march of oblivion. Yet, oh how the star had suffered. So many species lost, the land was blighted, the waters poisoned, and even the wind ceased to blow. Once more did our people give themselves to Zodiac. Another half of our race sacrificed to cleanse the world and ensure the trees and grasses and myriad tiny lives would sprout and grow and flourish. A cycle of life had begun anew, and we reconsidered the means by which we might protect it. The convocation decided thus: we would nurture our world until it was bursting with vitality. Then, when the time is right, we would offer some portion of its living energy to Zodiac. In return, he would restore to us those brethren whose souls had fed his strength, and together we would resume our role as stewards. There were, however, those who disagreed with this plan. They argued that enough had been sacrificed to Zodiac, that this new world should belong to the lives newly born. Yeah, they sacrificed their energies. These dissidents surrendered their life energies to the creation of Hydaelyn, an incarnation of the opposite belief. And for the first time in history, our people stood divided. You know, then, how this conflict ended? Hydaelyn split you all apart. I thought you might. Emet-Selch has ever been a champion for the will of Zodiac. The original plan may have been set back by millennia, but he will not have abandoned his course. He will pay the price for our return by whatever means is necessary. And though he may carry himself with a glib ease, Emet-Selch is not a man to bear his burdens lightly. In fact, I imagine they have only grown heavier with every passing century. Look how tired he looks. He's so tired. Which is a truly terrible weight he has chosen to carry. Dude, this is all through Emmett's perspective, though. Ojo-sama. Seems your turn has come. Pray, do not let me keep you. Yeah, Emmett needs a nap. A dirt nap! There was one last thing. You walk with another at your side, yes? How can you see him? I see no definite form, just the faintest suggestion of a second soul. I doubt it's visible to anyone but me. Why I need to know more about you, Hyphalodius, and why you are so... Are you like the guy who stood down? Maybe he's the guy who stood down. Otherwise, I assume only you can see and hear this ethereal companion. Connection is hardly coincidence. In our time, the two of you were one. The color of your souls tells the tale. A hue distinctive cannot be mistaken, no matter how thin the soul is spread. By the way, are we gonna meet our reflection in the 4th? I'm thinking way far ahead. Do you think that Rogadin guy with the twin cannons, do you think he's our reflection? Everyone's like, oh, maybe it's Hoary Boulder's reflection, or maybe it's, you know, the Garlean guy's reflection. But I'm like, maybe that's us. Maybe that's our reflection. A hue that distinctive cannot be mistaken, no matter how thin the soul is spread. This is the kind of fate I might expect for one such as he. Surely Emet-Selch has recognized the hint of him in you. Am I the 14th? Am I the guy who stepped down? Who am I? Fer, you just want that so you can absorb it. Just see you with a fork. By the way, now that I'm on the 4th, you put on a bib. Take out a fork and knife. Anybody see anybody who has the kind of a similar soul as me? I'm interested in becoming a little less sundered, a little bit more powerful. I just drool over your mouth a little bit. I just want to talk to him, you know. Just you know, reflection to source to reflection. That's all. Very well. Ah, that's such a good line. My new old friend. May you find what it is you seek. Secretariat clerk. Your visitor writ is requested. When you wish to gain admittance to the capital, simply press the document to the attendant within. Alright, here we go. We have about 30 minutes left on the stream. We might be able to get to Amarat. If we're really lucky, we'll get to Hades, but it's looking doubtful. It's looking doubtful about Hades. We might do Hades next time. Good lord. Hades and then immediately into 7.1? Well, actually next time we'll have to do the Rising will be available. So we'll have to do the Rising. Of course, we'll do dwarves, and we'll finish this up for sure. What are these cubuses? These cubuses, they're not like Emet-Selch creations. If they are, they're spread. You can fight them other places than just here. Here we go. It's the final one. All of them met up. Finally, you were gone so long, I was on the verge of mounting a rescue party. How fared you in the bureaucratic ventures? You are obviously unfamiliar with DMV and bureaucracy. Ah, I see my instincts were correct. And a good thing too, Orion J and I weighed our chances of breaking into the capital, and an official entrance is by far the more attractive option. The capital boasteth not a single armed sentry. It would seem that in their time they did not deem it needful to post guards. The windows and doors, however, appear heavily warded. Though mightily did we strive with strength mundane and magical, we failed to bulge them even a fracture of one elm. Mayhap was simply the case that Emet-Selch's recreations did not extend to their usual function. It's like, I forgot to tell the windows they could open. My bad. We didn't try everything, of course, but we thought it best to conserve our time and energies for more pressing matters. Speaking of which, Ryan and I tried asking about a cure for you. Problem is, these ancients didn't exist beyond Amarats today. They will happily tell their own tales, but whenever we attempt to explain our situation, the conversation quickly became muddled. What of you, Joe? What aught worthy of interest said during your efforts to attain a right? Well, you wouldn't believe me if I told you. Remember that Warrior Darkness guy? Yeah, well, he was me. Great sacrifice of life in exchange for their brethren's resurrection. And you say all the Asian schemings had been leading to this? All this time, but they still mean to enact this plan, and things won't end with the rejoining. I thought we knew their intentions in full, to restore the world to its former glory and in turn empower Zodiac to reclaim his throne as the willed one of the star. Yet, that was merely a step along the way. I hesitate to put into words, but we have to assume that following the final rejoining, the Asians mean to draw on the lives of the Source to make their sacrifice to Zodiac. That does seem like the most likely scenario. Mayhap those who ally with the Asians would be spared that fate. But what value is there in surviving when all our history, all our struggles will be erased? I cannot conscience such an act. Of course not. And it's not to say what, and that is to say not of what Emet-Selch plans for the Exarch's power. Do we stand by and let him threaten our future as well as our past? We need to find him, Joe. And when we do, make your mark, change the course of history in a way that felt by those who came before and those who came after, by everyone you've ever met. Change things so that even my other self, dying somewhere in that future calamity with a smile, can say, I knew you would win. Oh. Alice knows that she dies. Not only do we have reflections of each other, but we have future timelines too. How much of our souls are out there? Is fighting Emet-Selch the only way? He created an entire city. It will take everything we have to defeat him, if we even can. And if you push that hard in your current state, the light will break free. The decision to press on lies with you, just as it lies with each and every one of us. go back here. Gotta change my outfit. No offense, Udayon J, but I don't want to look like you when I go to the final cutscene. Gonna go Astro. The world needs healing. Now I'm gonna do it. Bullshit, and you know it. All right, I'm not. I need. Return to inventory, but equip this. That's fine. We'll keep. I don't need to glam the weapon. Maybe as healer, we'll be able to go quicker. Shadowbringers. LSA appears to have made her decision. Do you remember that talk we had atop the tower of Motsu? I'm still the same mind now as I was then. I don't abandon you. You don't abandon me. And together, will we make a difference in this fight? There's always hope if we look for it. I saw it again and again as you tore through those veins of light those veils of light from the sky. If we keep talking about the next step forward, there's a chance we'll find a way to save you. So no matter how long it takes or how much it hurts, you can count on me to keep on walking. Bathory spoke of the disaster we would bring upon our own heads, the ceaseless conflict. Imagine how he would sneer to see what became of the first, not to mention your perilous predicament. And yet, who can deny the fire your deeds have ignited in the people's hearts? You achieved what my logic and ideals never could, uniting desperate peoples under the banner of hope and common purpose. Without you, that giant Talos would never have raised its head. I have borne witness to many such miracles at your side, and would do so again. This is but another obstacle in the road. So come, let us travel it. Drag me through wonder and danger, as you are wont to do, and I shall endeavor not to slow you down. As well thou knowest, if we are to usher Emet-Selch unto his rest, we must needs bind his Ascian soul, then shatter it with overwhelming force. The former task will require Aerosite, which, and such I have prepared, upon the Exarch's asking no less, though 'twas ever mine intent to provide said boon. The future whence our noble friend doth hail is a world fallen to Ascian artifice, and he would not see such grim history repeated. In a sense, Emet-Selch's destruction will be the culmination of the Exarch's efforts, a reward for all he hath endured these many years. Yet, even as thou stridest into the jaws of peril, forget not but that his fondest wish, and that of many others besides, is to see thee survive unto the morrow. 'Tis in pursuit of that happiest of outcomes that I do pledge to remain at thy side. Our time in the First has been a never-ending succession of trials as arduous as our paths in the Source ever was. Yet through all our journeys together, though the deep and foreboding wood, you have helped me stay true to my convictions. Thus I would return the favor, do as your heart decrees without hesitation or regret. And that is all I will say on the matter. Well, this has put everyone in a sullen mood, hasn't it? Honestly, we're not even sure this will put an end to it. But I suppose we should speak our minds when we have the opportunity. You taught me that much in Al Meringue. So forgive me this moment of sentiment, Joe. By dragging me into this sorry mess, you've given me a chance to think and act as I should have, for Reen's sake. Words cannot express how much this has changed my life, or how grateful I am for your support. So I shall express my gratitude through actions instead. No matter where you decide to go, I will be there, guarding your back. When Minfilia entrusted me with her power, she warned me that no matter how strong you become, you can still fall victim to despair. You can still feel powerless. And she was right. After you collapsed on Mount Gulg, my hands wouldn't stop shaking. If I had made a mistake, if I failed to bind the light within you, I was terrified you would die. Even now, you could be moments from turning, and I wouldn't know how to save you. You, Thancred, the others, they've all been there when I needed help. Minfilia surrendered her life to me, her legacy. I should be ready to do the same for you. And I want to, I do, but I'm not good enough. She told me to follow your example. I've tried, I've really tried. Then you shouldn't hang your head. I shouldn't? Fate can be cruel, but a smile better suits a hero. We must all keep looking forward, like the heroes who never gave up on hope for this world. I'll give the Horsham an answer. I'm not sure Actually, never mind. I think I'll understand better if I try it for myself. You're supposed to smile. No, nothing will come of brooding here in self-pity. I've made my decision, Joe. I'm going with you. Got 20 minutes left. I do not think we are going to make it to the trial regardless. We will be lucky if we make it to the dungeon. Welcome to the capital. All visitors must present an official writ of permission before admittance will be granted. It's like, why not just push your way past this guy? Your documents appear to be in order. You may proceed to the capital, but any guest you may choose to bring with you must remain in your vicinity at all times.
What about a whole bunch of guests?
This really is unacceptable. I gave you very specific instructions.
Emet-Selch.
Your bureaucracy knows no end, Emet-Selch.
My invitation was for an abomination, ripe with the power to bring about the world's annihilation. Not this half-broken thing. Whatever am I to do with you?
Get it? We're half broken because we're only half rejoined.
And I see you insist on keeping the same familiar company. Are you so lost without them?
Hey man, this is my squad. They come with me.
It is not he who is lost without the familiar. Not content with remaking an entire city, you aim to fill it with the reconstituted souls of the dead.
I may have gotten a little carried away in my attention to detail, added a few unnecessary flourishes.
But I'm scared.
Well, there's no point trying to hide it. Yes. Once the rejoining of worlds is complete, Zodiac will regain his full strength and shatter his prison. Then we shall offer up the Source's remaining inhabitants in sacrifice, that we might resurrect our brethren who died to bring Zodiac into existence.
But isn't that supposed? Aren't we the reincarnations of your people? Aren't we they?
But what was it that you came here to do exactly?
I thought about killing you, Emet. Let's give you a little murder. Or you could say those 7 words. We came here for the answer. They don't have to kill you, Emet.
Well, you can't have him. The wisdom that man guards may open up new worlds of possibilities. He has unlocked the secrets of travel across the rift, and through time as well, it would seem. Quite an accomplishment for one of his incomplete nature. I must explore the limits of his capabilities and harness that power for the Ardor.
The Ardor.
Even now, after everything, you refuse to see reason. You think it unfair that you are subject to suffering? That your lives will be sacrificed for the Ancients? Look at me! I have lived 1,000 of your lives. I have broken bread with you. Fought with you, grown ill, grown old, sired children, and yes, welcomed death's sweet embrace. For eons have I measured your worth and found you wanting. Too weak and feeble-minded to serve as stewards of any star.
Yeah, but you're tempered, dude. You're enthralled. What do you know?
Have your recent spats with Vorthri and his Sin-Eaters taught you nothing? Have you not learned that your ignorance and frailty beget only endless misery? How long do you mean to perpetuate this farce? How much more must I endure your bumbling interference? Let us imagine that the laws of reality are again undone and the world faces true annihilation. Do you honestly believe that half your number would sacrifice themselves to save the other?
I mean, maybe if we drew straws. All's fair, right?
Of course they wouldn't! And if you had witnessed history unfold as I have, you would reach the same conclusion. You cannot be entrusted with our legacy. I will bring back our brethren, our friends, our loved ones. The world belongs to us and us alone.
Gonna have to go Gaius on your ass. The power of might makes right will decide, Emet-Selch. And so happens I'm close enough to being whole that I can fight you. You're kind of a shade yourself, dude. Jumping from body to body.
Emet-Selch! We understand, truly, but it makes no difference. The ones you love are in the past, while ours are here in the present.
We are just two opposing forces, man. We're gonna have to fight this out.
One day, we too will be ashes and dust. But not today. Our time is not yet finished. We share your conviction, and that is why we will not abandon our course.
You think us the same? You think your tattered soul of equal worth to those I lost?
Look how small his pupils got.
Then come. Earn your place. Prove yourselves worthy to inherit this star.
Walk into this oven. Ah, Emet-Selch, I'm not falling for this.
Behold the coming oblivion. 'Twas the end of our era and the beginning of our great work. A fitting backdrop for your final judgment.
I shall wait within, but do not spend too much time on your preparations. There's no telling how much longer the guest of honor will last.
Like, guys, just walk right into this fire. See, I did it. You guys aren't actually expecting me to walk through that fire, are you? This is obviously a trap. I always misjudge how long things will take. I think it would be better if I just call it here, folks. I think if we start the stream. We'll have plenty of time. We can kind of keep the narrative flow of Amarot onto Hades. So I think that's what we're going to call it today. We're going to call it here. It's just going to take too long to get to the end. I'll be a little bit over time, and I might need to assist my family with preparations of dinner. So sorry if I'm cutting it a little early, but you know me. We go over time all the time. So yeah, we're gonna do Amarot tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow. On Friday, we'll do the Rising. We'll do Amarot. We'll do Hades. We'll continue with the dwarves. And who knows? You know, if we get all that done, maybe we'll do some 5.1 stuff. Who knows? Maybe I'll do the First Wing of Eden as a retrospective playthrough if time allows. So it's come to that time once again, folks. If you have not liked the video, please go ahead, like that video. If you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. If you really want to help me and you're already subscribed, consider joining that join membership button. I am still progging through Eden. It's going slower than I want it to, but we've reached a little hiccups as statics are wont to do. So hopefully next week, or tomorrow, I should say, we'll clear Leviathan and move on to Titan. Because I really want to clear Leviathan, but at this point I'm kind of getting bored of the fight. It's become too monotonous, as I like to say. Anyway, if you're out on Twitch, if you're watching this on Twitch, go ahead and follow me there. If you ever miss a stream, there will be a permanent VOD on my Shadowbringers playthrough playlist on YouTube. There will be one for, I believe, 7 days on Twitch before they delete it. And yes, I hope to see you all Friday. We'll have a wonderful Rising event. I will postpone doing it until we do it on stream. I will do it for the first time. I'm not so excited about the minion as I am those songs. You know, I'm not hating on Wook Lamont. I just have no connection to Wook Lamont at all. So that minion means next to nothing to me. But I am very interested about these modulated songs that they're giving us. So that'll be an interesting thing. And also, you know, it's always going to be a little fun to see what Yoshi P has to say for us in this, in the Rising. So yeah, we'll continue things on Friday, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. You know, work for that weekend, and I will see you in the world of tomorrow.